Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a haul video for you guys. Who feels the nostalgia? Because girl, I haven't seen a haul video from anybody in probably 5 years. Since I moved back, have now not as much access. There is Sephora, but it's just a little kind of like a stand within a department store. So it's not even a huge store. There's no Ulta, there's not big makeup stores per se, and then especially right now because everything is closed. So I went ahead and ordered from Beauty Bay. So I ordered from Beauty Bay, and so haven't done that in a while. It took a little bit to arrive because I guess custom was weird. So it's really weird. Like I was tracking my package and it came from the UK obviously, and then it was already in the Netherlands, and then it got tracked back in the UK, and then it went to the Netherlands again. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it arrived. Usually it takes 3 to 4 days with express shipment, but it took almost 2 weeks. So hopefully that was a one-time hiccup, but I'm like super excited to try out some of the stuff. I'm reading like what I actually got, and I'm like, yep, yep, I'm excited. So I have a couple of new items that I want to show you today, and then we will create just a beautiful spring colorful look maybe. I'm not really sure yet what I will create with the colors that I have, but the weather is nice right now in Germany, so why not do that? And so what I will do now is go into the video, so let's not waste time and jump right in. Alright, the first thing I'm using is pretty still new to me. It's the HD Micro Primer from Kryolan. I did not buy this from Beauty Bay. You can see definitely more Kryolan makeup happening, and you know, it's made in Germany and I like to support German companies. But this primer I bought a couple of weeks ago, and it feels very similar to the one from Hourglass, and that's one of my personal favorite ones. Next thing we're using, it's not new, it's my favorite foundation, the MAC Pro Long Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. It's just really high coverage, and yeah, still one of my favorites. Just stays on, it's not drying. I'm using just a beauty blender. Stunning. Now that I look like a corpse, let's go in and take one of the first new items I'm super excited to try out, and this is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. Obviously, Nikkietutorials was raving about it, so I was like, you know, if my girl Nikki likes it, I need to try it too. It's a very similar applicator from like the Shape Tape or any of those concealers. Color I choose is Creme. It was a little bit hard to match, obviously. I don't know how this with you guys, but I personally like going makeup shopping in store because I actually like to see and touch things. There's like certain things like when it comes to like clothes, makeup, those are definitely things that I want to try. So it's really hard right now because I cannot do this. And I hate wasting stuff, so I hate like buying and then you ship it back and you know they put it in the trash anyway. So let's just blend that out. So I can definitely tell you that it has a lot of coverage, and it does melt nicely in with my foundation, so it doesn't, you know, separate it or acts in any way weird. The color is nice. It's definitely very natural color-wise, not too light. So let's just set it. And for underneath the eyes, I'm using a little bit of the Kryolan transparent powder, and I'm using a powder puff for that. Really press it in. And I use that pretty much anywhere where I use the concealer, just to really set that. So what I will do next is I actually go off camera and do my brows. I did a video last week that was specifically dedicated to on how to groom and maintain your brows. So if you want to check that out, I will link it up here. And then let me go off the camera, and then I'm back with some new eye products. Alright, brows are done, as well as I already primed with the P2E Space in Rumor. Now The new eye products that I have are actually 3 items. So let's see how I can combine them. The first thing I have is and this was a free gift with purchase. It's the Sunset Horizon palette from Beauty Bay, and that's the kind of color theme that goes on with that. So really fun colors, some darker, some brighter. Definitely very like sunset on the ocean, pretty much. And then the next other thing that I have is from Kimchi Beauty, and it's their Pot de Cream in Emerald City. So love that. It's the first product that I will try from her brand, and it's a liquid eyeshadow in this emerald color. And one thing, maybe you know, maybe you don't, but emerald green is my favorite color. And then the other thing that I have is the Beauty Bay eye crayons. Is that what's it called? Crayon eyeliner. And this one is in the color Peacock, and this is a twist up liner in an emerald green. So what I will do now first is kind of like lay just down a color in my socket line. I'm using a 217 brush from MAC, and I'm going in with this color right here. It's called Shell, the second one here. It's kind of like a greenish taupey beige color. So let's see how this translates on the eye. Meh. Like, it's not really giving me a whole lot, and I'm really light. So on anybody who's like deeper, I don't even want to know how this looks like. Oh well. That color is not really showing up that much. So let's move on. So next, let's try this Pot de Cream in Emerald City, and I'm just using it all over my eyelid, and just take a blending brush and feather that in. Do you see what's happening? Like right here on my eyelid, like it doesn't grab. Alright, let's try a second layer. This was really hard to kind of like get it a little bit to blend out, because it immediately grabbed, but then when you start blending it out, the shine layer almost got picked up again. That's really weird. Not really happy with this, to be honest. That was also not quite what I was expecting. Now let's go back into the Beauty Bay palette, and we're using Canyon, what is like a dark, really like chocolatey brown, and I'm using this on the outer corner. So let's see how products actually lay on top of that liquid shadow. Ooh, UPS just came, so I had to stop filming for a second, and I know what this is. I'm excited because I haven't bought this in years. Yes! The Sierra fashion book with Tiana Taylor on it. Ooh, and look at her, pregnant and gorgeous and all. Yes, I love Sierra fashion book. Look at how beautiful. I already can tell you that it keeps blending out nicely, and it doesn't interrupt too much with the kimchi product underneath. Now on the flat brush, I go in with Mirage, this true gold color right here in the center. Let's hope this one is actually showing up. It's the same texture as like the Nikkietutorials palette when it comes to how the shimmers behave. They're really creamy, so you have to be careful. But it also makes me hopeful that, that it actually shows up. Bitch! Come on! Oh my god, this gold is stunning. Ugh! Yes! Do you see how this gold is popping? I hope the camera is picking it up, because in real life, it's stunning. Ugh. Yes, yes, yes. Now to give this a little bit more drama, I'm just going in with Midnight, what is black, on a pencil brush, just right here on the outer corner, and then use my 217 to blend it. So besides that shawl color that I used first, the other ones are stunning. The other ones really show up, blend well, perform well. It's the quality I know from the Nikkietutorials palette, so that's what I'm used to. Now to give it a little bit more of a fun twist to it, I'm actually using Zest, what is a really bright neon yellow, this one right here. And I love neon colors, like I'm really into neons right now. So I'm using this as my brow highlight. Because why not? And it immediately gives like a little bit more of an edgy look to it. Like if you don't, because like we use champagnes and we use soft colors there or something just reflective. But a lot of people actually don't use color up there. And it's very like an 80s, 90s kind of like feel to it. But it just gives it such an interesting edginess immediately. So if you want to try that out, do it. Now because I really want to try as many colors as possible, I'm going in now. Let me just use Oasis. And just a little pop of this Oasis right there. It looks like the kimchi color. Like even on here, like they look very similar. So if you have this palette, you might don't need the kimchi liquid shadow, just saying. And then I'm using Canyon one more time just to connect the outer corner and then blend. That's so funny, that is exactly the same color. Jesus. Well, let's try the Crayon Eyeliner in Peacock. And I read that it's waterline safe, so let's see how it glides on. But sometimes you have like liners, and especially on the waterline, they don't grab because like you have tear liquids on that area, so and tears are the nightmare for makeup and makeup artists. Alright, I will go off camera and just do mascara really quick and some lashes, and then we continue with the skin. Alright, lashes are on and mascara's on. I like this look. Yellow and green and this dark, very Jamaica for me, like the Jamaican flag. Now let's go into contouring. I'm using just my Laguna bronzer from NARS. She is loved. Look at this, hitting pen. Just in case you ever wonder if I can finish even products because I have so many. Yes, I can. I'm using it on the side of my face, on my cheek, and my jawline. And then on a small angle fluffy brush, this is a 275 from MAC. I'm using it also to contour my nose. Let's stick with some NARS. Let's take Orgasm Blush from NARS. I haven't used that in a while. That was really like 2012 was the year of NARS cheek products, and NARS in general was like super popular. So let's go into a new product from Beauty Day that I got, and I'm excited for this because I love my girl Nikkietutorials, and she and Ofra have their highlighters, and this one is Glaze Donut. This is how the packaging looks like, really cute and sleek. And then when you open it up, you have a mirror and the highlighter, and this one is obviously very light because I'm super fair, especially now that I'm back in Germany. So let's try it dry. Let's see how this works dry. Okay, Nikki. I always go back with my blush brush, just kind of like blending in the edges so it doesn't just sit there. It has a lot of silver undertones to it. So even on my complexion, it almost, like when I look from straight on, it gives me a little bit of a grayish tint almost. So just have that in mind. I mean, there's other colors that she has that maybe are not as frosted. I personally just like to use always the lightest, just because I always like to use it also for drag, and for that I need it to be very extreme. But I think for my everyday highlight, this might be a little bit too frosted. And to finish off, we finish with the lip using Prep and Prime Lip as always. Then I'm going with Spice Lip Pencil. And for the center, I'm just using the Plenty of Pout Plumping Gloss. And then I have one more last new product, and this is also from Kimchi Beauty. So this one is the Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray. I like how it comes out, so let's see. Alright guys, and this is the final look. So let's go into what I think about the products. So the first new product we actually tried out is the Joy Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. And looking at it now, it looks pretty good. Like the coverage was nice, blended beautifully on my primer and foundation, and yeah, it looks really nice. So definitely will use this. And the next product I used was the Sunset Horizon palette from Beauty Bay. Besides the shell color, all the others I tried did work really beautifully. So Beauty Bay palettes and shadows are really, really good. Highly recommend checking them out, especially if you don't want to spend a fortune. Next new product I tried was the Kimchi Beauty Pot de Cream. This was disappointing. I don't know. It's just it didn't really stick when I blended it out. It kind of like lost its shine and it got kind of like pulled off the eye. I made it work at the end, but then when I used Ocean from the palette, and it's pretty much the same color, I definitely don't really need it. So that was disappointing, unfortunately. But I did like the crayon. Where is it? There. In Peacock. It did stick to my waterline, and I can definitely tell that there's an emerald green on my waterline right now. Let's hope it lasts for a long time on my waterline. Next product we used was the Ofra and Nikkietutorials highlighter in Glaze Donut. Again, a beautiful highlight. It does give me almost a little bit of too much silver inside. So when I look from straight on, I can definitely tell there is product on my skin. So it probably looks amazing for photography and for maybe on camera. In real life, it would not be my everyday highlight just because of that reason. I might want to try out some other shades that have more of a champagne-y undertone for my complexion. And last product we tried is the setting spray, the matte setting spray from Kimchi Beauty. I liked how it diffused. It didn't really melt my makeup in like a Fix Plus would do. So it's probably a setting spray I would put really just on top of another setting spray to really fix it in place. Because when I use my Fix Plus, like I can see here, I always get a little bit of dryness right there. And when I use my Fix Plus, because it has more moisture to it, it would kind of like melt it a little bit more in. And that Kimchi Stage Makeup Stage Setting Spray didn't do that for me. But overall, I need to see how it will last. So follow me on my Instagram, and I will definitely give you an update on how I like the setting spray when it comes to making your makeup really last. Alright. Okay, this is the end of this video. Promise, promise, promise. So for me, a standout star is the Sunset Horizon palette. I really like the consistency and the quality of Beauty Bay shadows, even though that color shell didn't really do anything for me, but maybe there's somebody out there who really will like it. But anyway, do me a favor. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And then if you have not, subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's so free, and I upload a video almost every single Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or if you're in Germany, it's 7 p.m. or 19 o'clock. That's it. Always here, always love you. Thank you so much for watching, and until I see you next time, as always, stay safe and wash your hands. Bye-bye.